Hi, so let me explain some basic things about user groups and access levels in Joomla. So here under users we have these groups and access levels. So let's go to groups. So groups is where you put the users into. So say you have several users in your website, and you can put users into these groups. So you can put one user to this user group, you can put another user to this user group. So you can put users into any user group, and in order to create a new group you hit this new button and you give the group title, the name of the group, and you choose the parent group here. So what this means is, let's say you create a user group called board of directors, and here if you select this registered, that means this registered will be the parent group for this group that we are going to create. And what that means is, when we create this group with this setting, that means this user group will have all the access, all the permissions. Yeah, permissions is the correct word here. So this means this user group will have all the permissions that this user group has. So this will automatically inherit all the permissions from this user group. Now later on you can choose to give this user group some more permissions than this user group, but by default this user group is going to automatically inherit all the permissions of this user group. That's what parent group means. And you save and close, and you will create this user group. And then the next thing is viewing access levels. You can also come to this place through this here, users access levels. And access levels is something that controls who can access what on the website. So let's say, for example, you have an article, or say you have a page on your website, and you want that page only to be viewable by a certain group of users. Then when you edit that page, or say when you edit that menu item, then you will have an option for access level. So let's edit one menu item, or in fact let's try to create a new menu item, and here you will have this called access, and this drop down is going to contain what you see here. So if you set this to registered, for example, that means all the user groups that are under this access level can access this menu item. So that means each access level contains one or several user groups. So if you set this as a special, that means all the user all the users in these user groups can access this menu item if we set this to a special. And you can create a new access level by hitting this new button. And let's say you create this access level called board of directors, and say you choose this user group, this user group, and this user group. Then what this means is this will be a new access level that you will create, and that means in these options there will be another one called board of directors. The one that you create here, that will be one of the options here. And if you choose board of directors here, for example, then that means this menu item can only be accessible by the user groups under this access level. So that means the users in these user groups can access any content, menu item in this case, if this is set to be a special, or say board of directors in this example. So to summarize all of this, you can put users into particular user groups, and you put user groups inside access levels, and then you use that access levels to control who can access and who cannot access any content on the website.